Welcome to Chicago.
Last week, we had a wonderful time exploring a couple of Illinois Route 66 landmarks and driving to Springfield, where we visited the state capitol and toured a house designed by Lloyd Wright. This week, we are excited to visit Chicago. We spent the week at Big Rock Campground outside of Aurora, Illinois. This was a large campground set inside a preserve, with plenty of trails as well as equestrian sites. The sites had electric and shared water hookups. It is much cheaper to camp here if you are a Kane County resident, but the price is still reasonable for non-residents. This was a nice campground in a quiet area, and we enjoyed walking and biking along the main trail that winds through farmland, oak savanna, and around a small lake. We enjoyed staying at Big Rock Campground because it was quiet and rural, but only 50 miles from downtown Chicago. We were excited to spend a few days exploring the Windy City and eating some Chicago classics. No trip to Chicago is complete without trying out some deep dish pizza. We tried Lou Malnati's classic deep dish, the Malnati, which is made with a layer of sausage, extra cheese, and sauce in their signature butter crust. This pizza was so good. It was super cheesy, the sausage was in every bite, and the crust was buttery and cooked to perfection. Another deep dish we tried in downtown Chicago was Giordano's. This pizza was so cheesy and delicious and definitely worth the stop. We also couldn't pass up on a Route 66 classic outside of Chicago, Dell Chicken Basket. This restaurant has been around since 1946, and it is a Route 66 legend. We ordered their classic chicken basket, which comes with half a chicken and a side of fries and coleslaw. This chicken was so good, and the light fried breading keeps the heat and moisture in perfectly. We also tried some of their corn fritters, which were delicious. This was a cool stop that we had wanted to try for years, and we were glad we were able to cross this off our list. We had a lot of fun exploring different things in and around Chicago. We visited the Morton Arboretum, where we walked around to see some sculptures, and drove the auto route through the preserve. This arboretum is a 1,700-acre preserve that focuses on trees, showcasing a variety of different trees from all over the world. Prices vary depending on the day of the week. We went on a Saturday over Memorial Day weekend, and it cost $25 per adult. There is a scenic one-way road that you can drive around the entire arboretum, with multiple parking lots near various forests and trails. We also could not pass up driving to Oak Park, a suburb of Chicago, where the architect Lloyd Wright had his home and studio. Wright also designed several homes in the neighborhood, as well as Unity Temple, which is also open to the public for tours. It costs $24 per adult to tour the Lloyd Wright home and studio. Photos are allowed inside. This house was Wright's first home and studio between the years 1889 and 1909. A guided tour takes you through the beautifully designed rooms of the house, including the sitting room, dining room, and the children's playroom, complete with a barrel vaulted ceiling. You are also taken to Wright's studio, built in 1898, which has a beautiful reception area, library, and large drafting room. This was another interesting stop on the Lloyd Wright Trail. If you're into design or history, this is a must-see. Every room has a story. Our campground was a 50-mile drive from Chicago, but we could also drive into Aurora and take the train into the city. It was pretty cheap to ride, and we didn't have to worry about traffic or finding and paying for parking in the city. While in downtown Chicago, we had to visit Millennium Park, which is a large and busy park in downtown. This is where you'll find Cloudgate, otherwise known as the Bean. This is a large sculpture made of 168 stainless steel plates welded together. The sculpture is so highly polished that the seams are invisible, and the reflections of the city make for some incredible photos. Crown Fountain is also another popular art installation in Millennium Park. It is a granite reflecting pool with two 50-foot tall glass brick towers, which each show digital videos of different faces, and sometimes they squirt out water. We enjoyed walking around downtown Chicago and looking up at all the amazing skyscrapers. We couldn't come to Chicago and not take an architecture boat tour through the city. We hopped on a Wendella tour, which cost $45 per adult for the 90-minute architecture tour. It was totally worth it. The boat took us up and down all three branches of the Chicago River. We first headed towards Lake Michigan, where we turned around and got a beautiful view of the skyline. We then went down the south branch of the river towards Chinatown, before turning around and heading up the north branch and then returning to the dock. The ride was so relaxing, and our guide did a wonderful job telling us about all kinds of different buildings in downtown Chicago. We learned about the Vista Tower, which is the tallest structure in the world designed by a woman. The Willis Tower, or the Sears Tower as everyone still calls it, is still the tallest building in Chicago. And we learned about many more buildings, including the Wrigley Building, Marina City, and the Carbide and Carbon Building, which is designed to look like a champagne bottle, or a middle finger to prohibition. This boat tour is a must-do in our opinion, and there are several other companies you can go through, but we definitely enjoyed our time on the Wendella boat. Chicago is a beautiful city in the Midwest with so much to do. We enjoyed exploring downtown by boat and seeing a few things outside of the city. Not to mention eating some fantastic food. We can't wait to come back to the Windy City and explore some more. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.